Hi, and welcome to another Let's Play of Zodiac Legion. Today we'll be embarking on a mission that is a bit different from the others currently in the game, which is why we should pick a party of knights specific for it that will increase our chances of victory. First we get rid of these default dudes, and in their place we'll pick Taurus and Libra, who are Zodiac champions of the heavy melee variety, an archer, and 3 melee footmen, 2 with shields. Split in Twain. What sets it apart from the other missions, you might ask? You will see in just a moment. But the general idea is that the player's party starts divided into 2 small groups and both of them have to make their way through the dungeon to reunite and try to accomplish their goal, which is the assassination of an enemy Dragon Knight commander. Here in the south, we have Taurus Siegfried, Arnulf, the 2-handed melee guy, and Leonhard, the shielded footman, trying to make it through their part of the map. And here we have Eve the archer, Olberic the footman, and Demetrius the Libra-attuned champion in the north. As you will see, our enemies here are mostly going to be mutants and beastmen. Beastmen are something of a problematic foe, because they are tougher than regular humans, since they are bred for war essentially. They have more strength, more health, and are typically also faster. So even something like an archer can be pretty hard to kill. Fortunately, the knights we picked for this mission are also sturdy, so this might just work out. And Taurus here, killing the Minotaur with 1 fire strike, might just be an example of that. Flanking the human footmen with our 2 regular knights also gets rid of him. Now we can proceed to bashing this beastman archer down, and then we can return to exploring the dungeon. More enemies. This map is a bit complex as well, and you could say winding, and the player will need to explore it carefully to find all the secret, well, not so secret perhaps, levers that will allow him to advance, while also managing his resources and his divided groups in an attempt to keep them all alive. Another flanking maneuver gets rid of this enemy footman, and Taurus goes ahead into the fray to intercept another 2 beastmen. Meanwhile, over yonder, you may have heard the door being opened into one of the neighboring rooms during the enemy's turn. The enemy will not be just sitting around twiddling their thumbs and waiting for us to come to them. They will try to hunt us down and stop us from reaching our objective. Our knights here assume a defensive position around the door. Meanwhile, over south, there are many archers down these long corridors, which might make them a problem if they get too many free shots on us. This men-at-arms here can't possibly harm our 2 heavily armored knights, so these should be okay. Meanwhile, here the opposition keeps growing, but they are still not particularly strong, so we can take our time to press this lever, or rather push this lever. Whatever it does, we will only learn that later down the line. Arnulf comes close to support Siegfried, who whacks the beastman but doesn't kill him. Eve takes a moment to pull another lever. Alberic kills the footman, and then Libra can move in to use this Thunderstrike capacitor to strike the Beastman Archer with extreme prejudice. Pretty fortunate that he didn't decide, that the Beastman didn't decide to use it itself to smite our knights, because that might have hurt. Dum-de-dum. The enemies take their turns. Here in the south we are pretty safe, because Siegfried and Arnulf can easily withstand this mob of grunts, and this Minotaur Archer would have been a problem if we had any squishy party members here, but with Leonhard there with his heavy armor and shield, good luck trying to hit him. The Beastman falls down, the Footman does as well. Right now we are basically proceeding with a cleaning up operation. Alberic, why must you be so useless? Fortunately, the pros come in to settle the deal. And so it goes on. Not particularly exciting, I know, but what can you expect from archers trying to shoot into heavy plate armor? Hello, Battle of Agincourt. Or Agincourt, as some would prefer. Anyway, I digress. The cleanup continues, without particular trouble here. Meanwhile, in the north we can start exploring this place a bit. Eve will snatch this arcane tome of power, which will give us research points for the strategic part of the game. We'll be able to use it to upgrade our assets. The archers are certainly tireless, and about as successful as you'd expect them to be, based on their previous turns. But don't worry, I'm sure the action will pick up any minute now. Nevertheless, let's see if we can get rid of this guy at least. Yep, good. And Arnulf will surely slice and dice this one. If only we had a mage with telekinesis here to push that archer one hex closer to Taurus, he'd be dead as well by the last. Hello there, sir. With the tome grabbed and that choke point secured, we can take Alberic and Eve a bit closer, rather further down the corridor. That middle door is locked, so Alberic can't open it. The archers, yes. Tireless, as I said. Fortunately, we have the means to dispose of them very quickly. When? Go, go, go. We should probably secure that front first before going through any doors. This barricade. You could say it's a problem, but Alberic can just chop it to pieces. And then Eve may approach the door, but entering it with his comrade's actions spent is not a very good idea. Let's see what's over here. Oh, maybe not. First, we might as well kill this guy. Excellent. This door is also locked. And then what's over here? A lever. Exciting. And behind this door, another lever. Next turn, we'll see what they do. Alberic opens this door, walks in, sees a footman. Unfortunately, Eve is in no position to shoot him because of line of sight mechanics. Demetrius pulls the lever, and opens a whole world of hurt. Well, fortunately with Alberic that... Oh, wait, never mind. This Beastman Axeman went through the door that had been locked just a moment ago. Ow. This is looking pretty bad for him, actually. Even with his shield and armor, he's still just a grunt. And isn't very likely to hold out for long, but maybe he can hold out just long enough for Demetrius to help him. Now I wonder what these buttons do. The buttons. Pardon. I wonder what this button does. Some doors open around. Oh. Well, this should at least give us access to the center of the dungeon. We'll see what lies there. Meanwhile, Demetrius comes to the rescue of our other two fellows here. And they are in a bit of a bad position, to say the least. Especially with Alberic unable to do any damage on the Axeman. And Eve unable to really reliably get out from there. Because with all those enemies around... Oh, wow. That archer got intercepted at least, when he was trying to move past Leonhard. The same probably would have happened to Eve, who, well, rest in peace, Eve. Now we'll never know if he would manage to get out. Alberic? Alberic? What are you doing, Alberic? No! Well, rest in peace. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. Libra gets swarmed here, and we are also getting swarmed here. Fortunately, Libra can probably handle these fellows, since he is a Zodiac Knight. But... this is looking extraordinarily bad. Still. Leonhard and Siegfried should be able... That research tome looks very enticing, but it's probably not a good idea to pursue it when two of our men are already down. But anyway, Leonhard and Siegfried should be able to hold the line here, but holding the line doesn't exactly profit us. Still. Ow! Unfortunately, much like Alberic, Leonhard is also just a grunt, so he doesn't have too high hopes of getting out that corridor of death alive. But he still makes for a pretty good roadblock, as you'll see when the camera focuses back on him. Predictably, Libra can just poke his nose in the middle of all these beastmen. Yeah, if you'll notice the red bars on the enemies, they were all unable to get past Leonhard, our living roadblock here. Which was very fortunate, because if they did, he'd probably be dead now. This knight needs to go down, but we'd also be wise, yes, to get Leonhard out of harm's way. In fact, we can retreat him to this great hall, where there's a healing fountain that we can use to mend his wounds. And now, one axeman goes down. That leaves 3 archers and another axeman. Can Libra do it? Only one way to find out. Ugh. Oh, this Minotaur is a halberdier. Halberds can hit over 2 hexes, and this is very bad for Taurus. Taurus is our heaviest knight in this party, and if he goes down to 2 health in just 2 hits, you know things are serious. And this is also when the enemies are all debuffed from trying to get past Leonhard. Oh wait, no, sorry. Siegfried has 6 health left. I was looking at Leonhard's portrait. Ah. Good lad. He can hold out for a turn longer at least. Libra might as well pick up the pace here and zap this axeman with a lightning blow. Still doesn't kill him though. But at least he is reasonably safe. Let's see how this goes over here. Ow. Of course, lingering around also doesn't exactly help us, because if you look to the top left corner of the screen, you'll see an alarm level at level 4. The more time we spend, the higher that alarm level is going to get. And eventually, the enemy are going to start spawning reinforcements. And as you may suspect, this is not very good for us in this precarious situation. We are making a tactical retreat here. We'll try to get Taurus to that healing fountain instead, while Leonhard goes to grab that magic tome that we skipped a bit earlier. Libra swipes down another beastman. All according to plan. This is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Oh. The Minotaur actually managed to hurt him. Whew. Fortunately, we were able to outrun this entire enemy blob here and get back to the healing fountain safely. Leonhard snatches the arcane tome. We'll be getting so much research from this mission. Provided we make it out alive, of course. Which we shall, naturally. Failure is not an option, as some might say. Liver proceeds with the lawn mowing here. Some of the horns of these beastmen require trimming. And he has just the means to accomplish that. And now, it's clobbering time. First we get rid of this wounded bastard here. And what can we reasonably do here, except for finishing off this Minotaur, that is. Leonhard could try to make a run for it, perhaps, because he is in no shape to give us any support whatsoever. But if he makes a run for it here, he could maybe try some kind of flanking maneuver. But nevertheless, this halberdier needs to die, because halberdiers are bad news. And this is why he dies. Because halberdiers have, not only do they have long range, long reach, but they also do a lot of damage. Typically they have low defense to compensate, but... ah, yep, this is what I was talking about. Farewell, Leonard. We will never forget you. What was your name again? Anyway. Arnulf and Taurus. Since they are at full health, they might be able to kill all these enemies without too much trouble. Libra is soon going to have nightmares of goatman archers. Whew. Okay. The blow didn't penetrate to Taurus's armor. And with health counts that are so low, well, I mean, Taurus has 14 health, so he is very sturdy, but sometimes this 1 point of damage that doesn't go through might make all the difference down the line. Well, one archer left here. And then Libra will just have to find another lever to open another door and try to reconnect with his fellows on the other side of the map. And hope not to get intercepted by anything along the way. Alarm level 5. The halberdier goes down. And so does the archer. Excellent. Of course, the fact that we've reached the highest alarm level is something of a bummer. Not to mention that we have only 3 knights left, but fortunately they are still the strongest of our party. Especially the 2 Zodiac champions. And as we might have mentioned previously, the Zodiac champions are basically one-man armies, and it is exactly in times of need such as these that you can see it the best. Because the grunts, you can use them as disposable pawns basically, if you are feeling like it, to shield your precious champions from harm. And then the 2 of them can basically win the... yeah, they can win the level by themselves, but if you see the fellow in the green dragon-themed armor here, this is our objective. This is the Dragon Knight Commander. Very nice of him to come meet us personally so that we don't have to run around looking for him. But the fact that he has an entire mob of friends around might make this precarious. Libra opens another door, revealing another beastman and another lever to open another door. I'm afraid he won't make it in time here. But we'll see. Whew! Okay, that was a relief. That Dragon Knight Commander hits like a truck. He has the same kind of warhammer that Siegfried has. So if that blow landed, we would have been in a lot of trouble. Let's see if Arnulf and Siegfried can actually kill this guy. Well, not with crits for 2 damage. Siegfried is a bit, yeah, he is more successful with a crit for 6 damage, reducing the guy to 4 health, but, well, the next enemy turn will decide it all. If Siegfried dies, and with 2 health left, with 1 health left, oh my, no, 2 health left. Whew. I'm still alive. And come on, come on, come on. But first, a tactical zoom on Libra and his fancy golden armor. Killing the beastman, and now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Can Taurus do it? Yes! Yes! We did it. We won. Thank you for watching.